Pickle Peeps. Now, January is the perfect time to reassess your prices, and if you haven't done that yet, get ready for a Melissa Pickle Rant! I don't know if we're going to make that a thing or not, but let's go. So, today's topic for rants is about pricing your products. Now, I know it's the new year. New Year's like the perfect excuse to raise your prices. Do it now. Little Eileen Wilder for you. And this is something that I look at all the time. Like, I'm doing that. I'm paring down my collections right now. And I was reading this book right here, B.O.S.S Moves by Myron. I got it at Funnel Hacking Live. And he said something in here that just, like, blew my mind. And I was like, oh my God, I need to bring this to the Pickle Peeps because this is rant-worthy. And this is, like, the answer to everyone who thinks they have to base their prices off their materials. Now, let me know if you are a pickle peep who bases your prices off your materials or not. Like, go down, comment right now. Like, pause the video, scroll down, comment right now. Let me know. Do you price your products based off your material costs? I want to know. Because if you do, we're going to change that in just a minute. So, like I said, this is the book, B.O.S.S Moves by Myron. It's pretty damn good. I have a friend who I'm part of a book club I'm part of Ray Jean's business boss book club, and she had us read Think and Grow Rich last year, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't finish the book, I didn't have time, and while it wasn't a hard book, it still turned centered writing, and I didn't have time to wade through the meaning of a sentence, you know, like those books I'm going to sound really dumb here, but where you get to the sentence is like a paragraph long, and by the time you get to the end of the sentence, you forget what happened in the beginning of the sentence. Yeah, try reading Alexander Hamilton's work. It's like that. You're like, that was a page. I don't remember what happened. So, anyway, this book is not like, why did I talk about that? So, Think and Grow Rich and B.O.S.S Moves share a lot of the same principles in them, except B.O.S.S Moves is a lot more accessible. I'm not an affiliate. You can't even get this on Amazon, so if you want it, I think it's like bossmovebooks.com. Just Google Myron Golden B.O.S.S Moves. Alright? Like I said, I'm not an affiliate for that. But this section that I'm going to read you guys from is on page 38. Like, I even have a sticky note! And he's even got pictures. So, like, anytime there's pictures, yeah, I'm a 5-year-old. Okay. Anyway, about pricing. So in here he's talking about money, and he says money is spiritual, and that's fine. I dove in on this piece right here. So I'm going to read like 2 paragraphs for you. Myron says, if I have a penny and $100 bill, which one is worth more? The penny or the $100 bill? Think about that for a second. Like, truly, which is worth more? Comes down to your definition of worth, doesn't it? Some say the penny is worth more because the material the penny is made out of, the metal, the copper, is worth more than the material that the $100 bill is made out of, you know, paper, cotton, that kind of stuff. And yet, the $100 bill is worth 10,000 times more than the penny. Did that think for a second. Stop and think for a second, okay? I read this and I was like, wait a minute, I need a highlighter. I need a highlighter right now. I need a pencil. I need a sticky note. I need a highlighter because I haven't heard it phrased that well. Myron goes on to say, how is this possible? Because the value of money is not based on the material it's made out of. What's the value of money? The value of money is based on the message it carries. In other words, words, language, and languages. Okay, then he goes on about the spiritual stuff. I'm not going to get into that right here. I've heard Myron talk about money being spiritual. I fully and wholeheartedly agree. But anyway, so think about that penny versus the $100 bill. Which is worth more? If you were to look at the materials they're made out of, Pickle Peep, and if you're one of the people who prices your products on material price, you might be in this camp. To you, the penny might be worth more than the $100 bill because the penny is made of copper, or at least they used to be made of copper. I don't know, now maybe they're copper plated, I don't know. But it's made of metal. You could scrap the metal. You could do a lot of things with metal. It's a heavier thing, like it weighs more than the $100 bill does, right? Like lots of things to say, the penny is worth more. But if you go to a bank, if you go to a store, which one is worth more? The $100 bill. And it has zilch to do with the material it's made of. It has zilch to do with the cotton paper, with the fancy whatever strip in it, tracking strip and all that stuff. I'm not going into the breakdown of how money is made. My sister knows these things. I do not. I don't have space for that. But anyway, it's what actually determines the value. Is it that the penny says 1 cent and the $100 bill says $100? Okay, great. It comes down to belief. Our belief in our, financial institutions, our belief in what society tells us, our belief in what, school and training, everything else tells us. Penny versus $100 bill. What does this have to do with your products, right? You're like, Melissa, get to the point. My point is, if you are basing the price of your physical products, well, you're not going to do this for digital products. They don't cost anything. If you're doing this for your physical products and you're saying, well, I spent $20 in supplies to make this thing, so I guess I'll charge $40 for it. No! I don't care what the cost of your product is. You might have spent 25 cents on that item and you could still sell it for $250. Let me repeat that. You could spend 25 cents on the item and sell it for $250. What do you think the big name purse companies do? Like Louis Vuitton and Coach, and I really don't I'm not a big brand person when it comes to designer bags or shoes. I couldn't tell you that either. But what do you think the actual cost of goods for those things are? Especially the ones at $250. It's probably 25 cents to $2.50. Manufacturing costs are cheap when it's those big companies doing it. So, not to say that your manufacturing cost is cheap, but don't place that value. Be like, well, I know what I spent on the supplies to make it, and it took me $6, $15, $20, $40, $100. I don't care how much it cost you to make it. What is the perceived value of that item? Because you have taken supplies. You have transformed them. They are no longer the supplies that you initially had. They have gone through a transformational process because you touched them. You looked at them, you graced them. I should grab my magic wand, right? My Ollivander's wand. And you have transformed them into something else. I don't care if you took a charm and you strung it on an ear wire and called it earrings. You still transformed a charm into a pair of earrings. I don't care. The perceived value of your finished product is much, 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 much higher than the cost of materials, okay? So as you are going through your products here in the new year, I implore you to raise your prices, okay? Stop treating your stuff like pennies. Stop treating your products like pennies. Treat them like the $100 bills that they are. Okay? The value is not in the materials. And my fine metals people are screaming at me, and this is how passionate I am, I spit. My fine metals people are screaming at me, I know, but the value is not in the material. It's not in the cost of the raw goods. It's in the transformation into a perceived value of how this product fits into someone's life. If you've heard the phrase, what problem does your product solve? And it sent you into a downward spiral of depression and thinking you had to close your business because you had no clue. I know about that. I want to implore you to think instead of what problem does this solve. Instead think, how does your product help? If you sell candles, you help with something. Someone chose your candle for a reason. God, I always forget her. Bleh. Nope, I don't remember their name. Okay. People, your shoppers currently choose you for a reason. You fulfill a specific niche. You fulfill a specific lifestyle. You fulfill a place in someone's home, their wardrobe, their kitchen, their heart, their relationships, their kids' playtime, their parents' memories, their kids' memories, tying it all together. Their transportation, their car, their vacation. I don't care what it is. Your products don't exist in a vacuum, they exist in someone's life. And when you can define what part of their life that your products exist in, you can charge anything, as long as you can back it up with that vision of how it will help their life. Okay? All right. This is a rant over now. I'm done ranting now that I've worked myself back up. But yeah, so that's from Boss Moves by Myron Golden. Pretty dang good book. I'm almost done with it. And there are other parts, but nothing in the book hit me quite as much as that little sentence right there, as that little example of the penny versus the $100 bill. It's in the perception. Repeat, it's all about the perception. Stop charging based off materials and charge instead based off perceived value. If you can sell that dream, you can charge that dream. I promise you, you can do it. Whew. Okay, all right. Hey, that's enough for this one right here. Phew. Okay, so if you want more ranting Melissa, first off, then comment below and say, I love a Melissa rant, and I'll make sure to do a couple of Pickle Peep rants. So we'll pepper a couple of those in here. If you don't like the rants, I guess you can comment about that too and be like, Melissa, calm down. No, it's not possible. I'm too enthusiastic. Okay, so that's number one. Comment if you want more rants. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. We got lots of awesome stuff coming out. All right, that's it for now. Okay.